Ichi the Witch, Chapter 19. What a banger. So we got Ichi waking up in this, weird room slash forest area where he's, kind of confused waking up after being knocked out by, going pretty much too OP on the World Hater magic and then getting saved by Desscaras. He's waking up now and he's like, where am I at? Right? That's the first thing we see in the first page. So Ichi, obviously, he thinks he's dead because he's waking up in a forest. There's sun shining through, and he's looking at his hands. He's like, I got everything. Shouldn't have everything vanished if I died? I don't think I'm dead. But my knife wasn't enough to kill him. So he's sitting there thinking, and he goes, well, I guess the magic wasn't the prey today. I was. So he really accepted this defeat. He's like, dang, this thing got me. Whatever this world hating magic is, whatever they can do, they got me. I wasn't strong enough to get him. And then he immediately snaps out of it because I guess the air's, it's super fresh wherever he is. So he's like, man, this it smells great in here. The plants all look healthy and stuff, and the soil seems super rich. He's like, this might actually be my own personal paradise. And right when he says that, he sees Ororo and the Hisame magic. They're just pretty much chilling. Oh, and also I didn't even see the little lightning dog down there. What's his name again? Inazuri. So Inazuri, Ororo, and Hisame, they're all pretty much hanging out. Uroro's got his shades on. He's drinking a little drink. He's looking extra chill. He's pretty much, he's the king magic. He's dressed accordingly. He's big chilling. And so Uroro and the other magics, they're all just hanging out, and they're pretty much talking about how Ichi's just stupid and he hasn't done one smart thing. And the other magics are like, yeah, I know, you told him to run away. You told him to run away, and he didn't. And so Ichi comes, walking up, all quiet and chill, and they're like, oh my god, there he is, the feral human, be gone, get out of here. And one of them's like, hey, you're just gonna fillet us again, aren't you, bro? You can't convince me otherwise. He's all defensive about it. And then it cuts to Ororo pretty much breaking down to Ichi that they're in a magic circle. So Ichi's like, a magic circle? And then he's like, basically, this is your inner world. This is inside of you. You know what I mean? So when a magic's acquired, a witch typically has a living inner world inside of them, and that's where the magics travel to when they're inside the witch, and they're not being used or being summoned or something like that, right? And he explains to him, he's like, well, you were knocked out in reality, and that's why you're here with us now, the Hisame shark says. And Ichi's like, knocked out? Wait, so I'm not dead? And then Ororo's chilling. He's like, yeah, And so he really wants Ichi to die. He can't wait to get out of Ichi's body and just be free again. But he's like, they're really going at it still, and you could be collateral damage. So let's keep our fingers crossed here. Let's hope that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Wink. And he's just like, wait, they're fighting still? And then Ororo just out of nowhere pulls up this magic TV screen. He's like, yeah, you want to watch it? And click. The fight turns on, and then Desscaras and the world hating magic are fighting now. And this fight is literally nothing but aura farming. Both of them are literally aura farming. They're literally Desscaras is hitting this dude with every single match. She's just I have so many, we could just pick at random, and starts doing random shit to him and just lighting it, dude. Literally cutting his head off, making him explode, making him implode, making him freeze, doing literally anything she wants to, right? And the world hating magic is pretty much aura farming because he's just putting his head back on. He's unmelting himself. He's just doing everything with a straight face. Literally, how do you kill this guy? So Desscaras is like, man, you're really a tough one. And he goes, yeah, well, I could say the same for you. I'll acknowledge that you're, all powerful and calm, but merely being the strongest isn't going to be enough to affect me. He tells her, give up, you abyssal witch. And then right when he says that, guess who comes in? Togi Ice with the assist, coming in through the back with her. It looks like her wand's ready to go, about to stab him in the back of the head. And she said, what if we add a second prodigy to the question? And then boom, freezes that boy. But out of nowhere, homeboy kind of breaks the ice, right? So Toby Ice has been holding off on this spell, but she pretty much summons Mushroom Burst Masylvane, whatever, or Macylvane. I think it's Masylvane, right? And these huge mushroom spores just burst out of nowhere, and I'm pretty sure they're probably flammable because she yells out, Desscaras, and Desscaras says, ignite, do match, and then she shoots pretty much this explosion fire spell out of her wand / sword type thing, and pretty much the entire thing explodes. the magic is on fire. This fool is burning to a crisp. And, Desscaras pretty much just messing around. She's like, yeah, it took you long enough. And then apparently Desscaras has atrocious handwriting because Togiai's got the letter. She couldn't even read the letter, so she couldn't even make out what was going on. So she was just like, fuck it. She probably needs my help. Went out, tried to save her, and helped her out with the fight. And then still some more friendly banter. She's like, are you sure you didn't get lost along the way? And then you could tell Togi Ice is like, man, you should chill out with that. I never get lost. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell these two are really close because they're fighting side by side and they're talking smack, playful banter. But as they're talking, the magic is pretty much, the fire's gone. He's rejuvenating himself, reviving himself, and the ladies tell him, hey bro, you're outnumbered. We got everybody evacuated. If you think we need to be the ones that should give up, you should think twice. He pretty much just scoffs at him, says despicable, and then he goes, any more of this is meaningless, and then opens up his portal around him, right? And this big old giant demon hand comes out of the portal. He's standing on the demon hand, and he's pretty, he's like, this fight is over with. I took out what I needed to take out, part of this mountain, and I'll be back for more, right? And so Desscaras is like, hey, wait, what are you doing? And this guy literally word for word goes, I appear, I warp, I leave, that's all. And then he gets real sinister in the camera. The next little panel zooms in onto his eye, and it's like, but as my destruction continues, one day eventually I'll have destroyed the whole world. That is the sole reason I exist. So he's like, don't worry, I'll be back soon. And he disappears off into this portal, and Togi Ice and Desscaras are just, they can't do anything. You just got to sit there and watch, and he's gone, So who knows when the next time we're going to see this guy. Who knows if he's going to cause even more ruckus, more damage, try to kill more people. But this dude is literally, we can't take him lightly. If he has friends, he needs to be very, very well closely observed, and we can't just let this guy run amok. This dude is a menace, right? So who knows when he's gonna come back. This dude is straight up savage. You can't hurt him in any way. We really basically only seen all his defense. We've seen not too much offense other than what he does with his warping and how he could cause his own rumble. This dude's like a magic Aaron, right? So yeah, I really can't wait to see more of what he could do. But it cuts back to Ichi, and he's face on the screen, and they're like, "Hey, get your face off the screen. We can't see anything." You know what I'm saying? You're covering the whole screen, and he's just staring at the world magic, and he's just like, "Just you wait. One day, I swear, I'm gonna hunt you." And then Uroro comes up behind him, puts his hand on his head, and he goes, "Hey, kid, you're gonna end up a sacrifice." And he's like, I am? Why? And he's like, I'm sick of trying to explain things so your tiny brain understands. When you wake up, ask that insufferable witch. She's got a duty to explain it to you. See ya. Don't come back again. So he kicks him out of the magic circle, and that's when Ichi wakes up in the hospital. But so what the hell does that mean? Ichi's gonna be, maybe a test dummy for the magic witch to either get his, contract exposed, what you need to do to get his magic, right? So because we don't know what that is, Desscaras' spell wouldn't work on him, so they couldn't figure out what you needed to do in order to get his magic. So we'll see what that is. Maybe Ichi is a sacrifice, meant to be a sacrifice, try to get something for the greater good of the witches. But yeah, apparently Desscaras has some explaining to do. So that's chapter 19. It was a great chapter. The next one is going to be probably really lore dropping. We're going to learn a lot about the magics and the world of the witches still. I feel like it's probably going to be, he's going to be recovering. They're going to probably want to talk to him and whatnot. But yeah, the next one is going to be a really good one too. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know how y'all feel about this one down below. Peace out, everybody.